Hey YouTube, this is Sludgeball. This will be my raw review from the 7th of March, I think. I don't know. Anyway, it was a pretty good show. It's the building up for WrestleMania, so they try and make it a good show, but as we know, as soon as WrestleMania is finished and the new pay-per-views starts, it's going to be very boring, poorly organised in my opinion, and I don't know. Some people can just you watch it from the Royal Rumble to WrestleMania, because that's when it's all good. Like they have the returns of stuff. They really build up certain matches, hence a few matches in this pay-per-view, WrestleMania, and yeah. Anyway, enough of me ranting. I don't want to rant. Well, we'll start with the first thing of the night. I think I can't remember, but pretty sure it was CM Punk. Well, Nexus and Randy Orton. They were like backstage, and then what do you call them? CM Punk hits a GTS on Randy Orton on the floor and drag him out to the ring, and David Otunga has a match, as I said last week, with the Nexus being at ringside and all. Okay, so David Otunga had all the offense. Randy Orton made one move, which was the RKO, so he won. And then Nexus came out and got him out of the ring, and then Orton punted Otunga. So now there's only two people of Nexus remaining. Anyway, let's move on from that. The thing. I'm just gonna go to the big thing, the thing I found most entertaining tonight. When Cole announces special guest referee, he teased the bit that was gonna be Stone Cold. He's like, he's a fellow Texan just like me, and then he's like, likes chanting Stone Cold, Stone Cold, Stone Cold, and then like Cole, the typical heel, the typical dick he is. He said, no, it's not Stone Cold, and then what do you call him? JBL comes out, the return. JBL's like, I'm so glad that I'm doing this. Like, I'm so fair, I'll call this down the middle, stuff like that. And then none other than Stone Cold, it was announced last week that he's making his return. You didn't know how, or didn't know why, didn't know when, and then he came out, comes up, he's just like giving his little like signal, and then JBL's like screaming at him, boom, stunner on him, and then Cole gets out the ring, and he has the beers, like drinking the beers, and then he looks at the contract. Cole's like, no, 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 and then boom, signs the contract. So Stone Cold, your special guest referee at WrestleMania. And then you couldn't have a heel as a, you couldn't have you had to have someone like Stone Cold, someone like him in the match, because the whole purpose of the Cold character was to wind up the crowd, make him look so dominant, and then everything backfires, and he's never wrestled in his life. The King's actually had wrestling experience and has been wrestling in recent times, so Cole's going to get his ass kicked at WrestleMania. I specifically just want to watch this match. If I could, I would kick his ass. Anyone who watches wrestling would want to kick his ass. And then Stone Cold gets the beers, pours him on the on Cole, and then he walks off. Next main topic of the night, you had, what I found big was Sheamus, and Daniel Bryan came out for a match, and Sheamus came out, and then Sheamus played like he sprained his ankle when he got thrown out the ring. He actually played it really well. Looked like he did turn his ankle, and it was a 10 count, and Sheamus announced that he's sick of losing, so next week they're having a United States match, him versus Daniel Bryan, and if Sheamus loses, he's going to quit. This is just announcing a new United States champion. I do not see why Sheamus would leave at this point, because Sheamus is a main eventer. He should be a world champion sometime this year. Yeah, so I think it's just a way to get a US match at WrestleMania and have Sheamus in a title match at WrestleMania. More than likely, Sheamus will go on as the champion, because he can't have a US title match if he's not the champion, because he'll be fired. Anyway, moving on, and then the final. I'll go through a couple of the matches now. You had the Divas match, which was Nikki Bella, I think. Yeah, it was Nikki Bella versus Eve for the Divas Championship. Eve just dominated. It trying to show that she's the top diva, even though she is probably fourth. And she's the champion. Nikki Bella, I don't know. I think it was just trying to get a feud between them. Anyway, I do not see I don't see in which direction the Divas will be in at WrestleMania. It's a bit poor. That's the only thing that's been poor about the bookings at WrestleMania. There's yet to be a Divas match announced, and I couldn't care less, because the Divas are about 0.2% of what WWE is. The tag teams are about 2%. And I haven't have a match booked either. Although there is going to be something with NXT, I would assume, with the new winner had been announced last week, which was Johnny Curtis, I think, which is good for him. I wanted him to win. I remember watching him and I'm like, this kid will win. I want this kid to win. Be good, and it's also good for R-Truth. Maybe he'll finally become a champion, which I believe would be good for him. Anyway, next match we had CM Punk, who was ravaged, and none other, the beat up doll of Raw, R-Truth. That don't like R-Truth. He's always in the matches where they've got head of steam, and just so angry because of the past event, like Otunga got punted by Orton, so R-Truth showed limited offense. He did show a good couple of spots in the match, but what do you call it? I knew the Anaconda Vice was coming, which was good. I love that submission. He hardly does it. The Anaconda Vice, he was working on the left shoulder, and as soon as he threw it on the rope, I knew the Anaconda Vice was coming, and then I saw, and then tap, and then Mason Ryan was just beating out on him, so the beat up doll got beaten up. Anyway, and now this is what I found intriguing. Dolph Ziggler has actually moved to Raw. He's been hired at Raw, and I found this quite surprising. I didn't expect. I thought they'd just kill him off and make him come at WrestleMania, like surprise entrance in the Money in the Bank and win, but no. So Dolph Ziggler had a match with John Morrison. Dolph Ziggler actually won the match with the zigzag or good spots in the match. Actually, what do you call him? John Morrison actually did that corkscrew neck breaker he used to have as a finisher. I think it's corkscrew neck breaker. I'm probably wrong. He hasn't done it in a while. Yeah, so Dolph Ziggler, and then general manager pops in and says, you don't have a match this week. You're not hired. Dolph Ziggler. I hired Dolph Ziggler. I didn't hire you, Vicky. So Vicky next week she's going to be in a match for like a job at Raw against Trish Stratus, and that's good. Diva of the decade, good, my favourite diva of all time, so that'll be good. She recently was one of the hosts of Tough Enough, and yeah, I'm happy for her. Anyway, the announcement that Christian was returned, and he had a match, and the Alberto Del Rio feud, and Alberto Del Rio came out with Brodus Clay, his rookie, which was runner-up in the NXT, and yeah, he's like, I wouldn't fight, I'm not fighting you, you have to prove to me that you can beat me, and you can beat my rookie Brodus Clay. So Brodus Clay, he performed, I reckon they're trying to build up his character a bit now, which is, you know, it's alright. I'm not a big fan of NXT, not really. The only person that's become successful out of it is Wade Barrett. Like, even tag team champions like that's not, and they're all, I suppose they're alright. Season 1 rookies were okay, but the season 2 onwards haven't been many people. Oh, and Daniel Bryan, of course, but he had a contract beforehand. It was planned that he was going to get released and stuff anyway. Yeah, so that Christian beat Brodus Clay with the kill switch. I can't remember how he beat him, but he beat him. And Del Rio came out and did the cross arm breaker on him. I knew it was going to happen anyway. Okay, the second last topic of the night was John Cena replying to what The Rock said. This was meant to be a final statement, and it wasn't. It didn't fit the gap. Yeah, it was okay. I only like the shirt, the VS Satellite shirt. That was really funny. But I only got good when the Miz came, hit him with the belt a few times, and did a good promo. Then did a slow crushing finale on John Cena, and then just goes off. And then now that's the third week in a row that the Miz has done the skull crushing finale on John Cena. I feel that it's too late to build up the Miz character. You can't change a character in between a pay-per-view, on a rivalry. He's so used to being that little sneaky, I'll get the cheap victory, and they've done that too much. Now people are shooting that he's gonna win cheaply, but now he's tough, and he's I'm gonna win, no more, no Alex Riley, no Cole, see. And the last topic I forgot to get at the start, I couldn't remember, but The Undertaker coming out for a promo. He's just replying to what Triple H said on the previous Raw, and it wasn't anything special. See, they're doing too many back and forths. They need to confront. They have to confront again whilst talking. Same with the Miz, The Rock and John Cena. It's just not working. So yeah, this is my review. It's okay, 6.25, 6.5 out of 10. It's okay. I'll be doing a video probably a couple of days, just do an early preview of WrestleMania. Anyway, comment on how the show went. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. You can subscribe. Yeah, I just want to hear what your comments were, and yeah, see ya.